more importantly, when police started enforcing seriously in recent times, as of today, the COVID-19 new cases are 54. So we don't want to give in for the spark to go up again after the festivities. And that is why we are gathered here today to ensure that, or to give you assurance that, please, we are on the ground, don't come to the beach and don't have conflict with the law, because when you infringe the law will catch up with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief Supo Mr. Joseph Ntua-Bebiu. For the media that did not capture the name, he's the Commander Marine Eastern Command, Tema. Still on the beaches, Operational Commander for Tema Region is here. I will invite him and I'll appeal to him to speak Twi, because I see a lot of Twi media stations here as well, so that we can capture it right. And so, Superintendent Mr. George Ifa, Regional Operations Commander, Tema Police Region.
Director General Operations, Director General, Media Houses. I am a ultimate opportunity to be here and present strategy yewo Emma Tema region. Tema Regional Police Command. Yabuabua Yahuye. Yako training capacity building. We are more than prepared. Region afi Easter year yeba bedi. Police fu abuabua yehu bebre. Oba Tema region say ya yebe activate divisional patrol teams, district patrol teams, motorbikes patrol teams, and the food patrols. Eye akwanya eba ye beaches ni nano ye be snap check near SCC barrier anso ewo ho. Now it is our intention that Tema region will be no-go area for criminals. Tema Regional Police Command and then officers and men are committed to achieve results. We are going to provide maximum security in Tema region. And we are motivated by achieving results. So, obi awaye na adwini se obeba temane ni mantemu na wabedie basabasa de onya kwan police for no ebechi no na beaches se sakumo no though ewo in police jurisdiction e Accra region but Tema region ye beboa wo mu ama ya hwese obi antimi emba ho pram beach ni bi wo ho any pom officers no agro operational planner omode more men ebe saturate ho enti Tema region there wo adwin bi se obeba ho abedi bone no unya kwan madam wise.
Thank you very much, sir. Let me mention his name again so that our reporters can capture it. So this is the Regional Operational Commander for the Tema Police Region, and he is Superintendent Mr. George Ifa. We have spoken about road traffic incidents and crashes. This year alone, the statistics scary, and that is why you see a lot of MTTD officers here. So at this point, I'll leave the stage for the Motor Transport and Traffic Department, and I'll invite the Commanding Officer for Central MTTD, Deputy Commissioner of Police, Mr. Martin Ayi. Thank you. And while he's speaking, he will try to speak another language. Thank you.
Director General Ops, Director of Public Affairs, colleagues, senior police officers present, all other ranks in the media, I wish to welcome you to this encounter with the police this afternoon, or still in the morning, this morning. Yes, we all know the purpose for which we are here, and particularly because of the season, this Easter season, or Easter festivities. We know accidents, the figure you're not taking any intoxicants that will impair your vision. So we'll appeal to you to assist us do that. And I know it will inconvenience some of you, but in the interest of the nation, we will want to appeal to you to assist us carry this information to them, so that when you stop you, it is not a normal stop. We want to do a few checks on you. Thank God, we have also been equipped with a laser Can 4 equipment that can take multiple pictures of vehicles at a stretch within a minute. That is also going to be employed on the roads. We have a team which is being led by an SPO who will check speeding and, of course, excessive speeding. You know, speed or excessive speed is one of the causes of road accidents, of course, in Ghana. Maybe elsewhere, I don't know. In Ghana, I'm talking of Ghana. And so if you want to stop the carnage on the road or reduce the carnage of the roads, we must check speed. We must all confine to speed limits. And so the team would be at vantage points. I'm not going to mention rules that to use, but particularly areas that we have identified as accident-prone places, you will see them there, and especially the Tema motorway. And of course, we've also identified these days that the Tema, the Wenya Road is one of the busiest and most dangerous roads in Ghana. And we will be there to ensure that people drive safely. So when you see us, please give us the needed support. But even before then, we will want you to carry this message to all the motoring public that we will be there and we will need their cooperation. Of course, the MTTD will not only check speeds, limits, or drunk driving. We would also engage ourselves in checking the COVID-19 protocol, at least in wearing of nose masks. So when we stop a vehicle and we want those who are not wearing to get down, know that this is why we are there. And we need the cooperation of the public. We will also deploy accident prevention teams on the roads. Of course, all that we are doing is accident prevention, so that the carnage would be reduced. You will see them on the road. And especially vehicles that are disabled and are on the road, we will ensure that we tow them to safety. But that is not to say that when your vehicle has developed a fault, you can just leave it and go. You all know what you should do, or the public knows, the motoring public knows what they should do when their vehicle is disabled. At least you put a warning, advanced warning triangle to ward off other road users so that they might not run into your vehicle. But of course, you know that if you leave your if you abandon your vehicle in the middle of the road without those things, you can attract a charge from the police. So carry this in. We plead with you to let them know that this is what we are going to do for this period and even beyond. These strategies are not only cosmetic, they are not only for the Christmas or for the Easter. We would ensure that we carry them throughout the year, so that when we begin to do this, we'll build this culture in our people that yes, you don't get drunk because there's a festivity going on. You don't get drunk because you are celebrating a birthday. You don't get drunk because somebody invited you to come and drink. So we'll be there. There's another phenomenon of motorbike racing. I know, or I heard, it's a popular, I don't know whether it's a sports or not, which is happening at Mamobi and Choko area also. No, help me, DSP. Jamestown area, N1 highway. We are going to be on them as well, because a few incidents have happened and some of them have lost their lives. You know, the nation is suffering in terms of accidents in Ghana. I don't have the figures, but all I know is that a lot of people are dying from crashes, especially motorbike crashes. Of course, when we say vehicles, for this purpose, we include the bicycles and the motorbikes as well. So the appeal goes to all of them to be law-abiding, to keep to the speed limit, so that together we will all make our roads safe. Our roads will not become death traps or do not become the way we pass to eternity. I know this program is being replicated in other regions. It's not only Tema and Accra alone. What we are doing here, all other regions are doing similar things or are going to do similar things. So we need the cooperation and support from you, the media, and as well as the public, so that together we can all say, yes, we've gone through this Easter successfully, and the number of crashes has reduced. By that, I think we'll all share the glory. We'll all share the victory that, yes, we have overcome, at least for this Easter. Maybe the crashes are more than, or maybe have been reduced by half, or even better than that. I know when you come to MTTD, there are a lot of questions that you ask, yes. But at this point, I want to take leave of you. I'll take my seat so that when questions come, we'll try to see what I can manage them. Yes, I've just been informed that, yes, there are a lot of people in Accra who also speak other languages. I also don't speak every language, at least, but I can speak only one. It's unfortunate that the radio and TV stations in Accra do not speak the language I speak. But I am proud of that language, and I plead with you to let my people hear me on your network. Yes, Tanyeto, yes, I'm going to say, yeah. Ni tamiva, alo ni tamile mi agodo ndo enyebe. Le Easter du iya eyi oma jogbovo jona zigede. Acho mi anto mi afa nu ona gbo. Edo ahanunu fun alo ahukuku sesie ye na be zigede afoku jona. Ta koko ifu mile na mi ndo ya nyebe. Ndagata mi alo be na mi alokuo. Mi aga kuhu sesie o. Fika yele ha jagwa na no dodombe alo dodoji napo emoji a onro eduyi aton fuwa onro fe jesidele de oji mi jagwa mi ano mi akuhure dodonu machine lele mi asi fifi anani ekwe de emoji a mi aton lawu zan at ego ta magabu ibado hi any COVID talking about those challenging that the thing is not calibrated well or is not working. Examine if you can laser can fall. Ato akaklo ohu allo ohu pe decide number le won wa me le work o allo fi tutu le do afi no okuku se sia nsia no ajele jita dikekede kemele mebe no lo la menye we o bi de kuku be na mi awoji na mi alebe azai dugbo mi la maganye ekumoji nu o ba america ga ku achi moro ikeji o fike do bi ayela ado de die na ma ka amayo no moto do atradi le moji abe fefelo alo amedoku do doreji a apodoku jinyere ega oni mi lewa ese a play ayiklo ega wuwa amaro o dukododo koji ba na yo menu ha konkore ka lovo a yo maku amrobo ne yenu de ka ya itunku na hunyi na no aha mafia ba tan ku hunyi o aha ade le mo na ta ma tan ponu yike o le na ponyi o ta ma de kuku be ne no na konko eve eton awo isa ejile magano de ke praku alebe magawanye kuhina jidudu alebe obo ko ide koji de afokuye pota wazu agba na amadeko koko ifo na mi le klaro alo mi ko poji ko sebe mi asi mi awo ejinami covid-19 na majo e gale mi adomako amorobu be na be dobu ko kefia bejo majo is still there ta mi alebe rami roku na lahu buma alo lahu kuwa wo ngoti godia alo ngoti gbete aro no ngoti nu now alebe nu yi olebe na wona wa na wa we now mi na mi akata mi awe wa nyu plus suba na mi du azavo mi agbo o eya anyu nto efe me fe ista ya aboma ga ku fun abolo na fuku en o mi ehia mi anu o mi afafo mo to o hia mi Ghana jidu ahia mi owu amesiama ta kuku idemi na we amesiama na we na wanyo na agba na nine nyakata mi ano akpana mi. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Akenami, DCOP, Mr. Martin Ayi. Ladies and gentlemen, our commanding officer spoke about some statistics of road crashes, which he didn't have. And so we are going to get that still from the MTTD. I understand that the number of deaths are more than even COVID has killed us. But we don't want COVID to kill us to that number. And so at this point, let me invite Superintendent Alexander Kweku-Obeng, Director Education and Research of the MTTD, to come and give us the statistics. Thank you.
DG of recognized directors and commanders and colleague police officers in the media. Privileged that I stand in for Director General to also throw light on the general outlay of our enforcement plan across the country. I will do brief English and then Chi. I think with the initial comment of the Ops Director, it is obvious that the season we are in calls for collaboration between all of us, and therefore the traffic police is playing a major role, knowing very well that across the country there will be increased movement, interaction on our routes and within our community. And we are also aware from last year through to February this year, there has been a surge in crashes, and it is worrying, and all of us are finding solutions to it, including the media. As a result of this, the traffic police, the MTTD, is collaborating with all our stakeholders, in particular the NRSA, and then the transport operators, particularly those who are engaged in transit journeys, to share information, sensitize ourselves, and then create awareness. And we are also aware that under the Arrive Alive campaign, the media has been supporting the Ghana Police and the NRSA in that. Where we have reached, we, as I say, we have to also be very reactive. And that's why across the country, in all the 17 police MTTD regions, they have outlaid their plans and will be seen deployed on our routes. And as CO MTTD Accra said, it is that we will be present around the clock We will do our checks, and we look at those routine checks that we do. And those that will be found to have flouted our campaign messages and awareness creation, same will be investigated and put before court, as we have done. For example, between February and then January and February this year, we've been managed to arrest road offenders amounting to 455. Out of these, so far, 423 has been put before court for varying road offenses, including what outlined by DCOP Mr. E. And so far, the court has convicted 362, 2 to prison. The remaining, the court imposed a punitive fine of, that summed up to 205 Ghana cedis, 205,190 Ghana cedis. And same have been paid by these offenders into the state coffers. We will sustain that. Again, we have positioned ourselves because if you don't deploy, looking at the figures, it's likely to surge. Therefore, we will deploy to detect offenses that fuel these crashes. And these offenses are speeding, drink driving in times like this, including illicit drugs that people take. We also look at those who leave vehicles unattended, and those who abuse sirens and beacon lights, and those who run red lights and run on the verges and do all manner of things. Because if you look at between January and February this year, for example, it's unusual. Why? Because if you compare with the same period last year, the crashes have surged by almost 7%. From 2013, it has surged by 11% from 2,302 to 2,560, involving private, commercial, and motorcycles, amounting to 4,332, which is also saw an increase of 9% over the same period last year. And then, in the process, these vehicles also have injured 2,766 Ghanaians within these 2 months. And in the process, 517 have died, which is also an increase of 31% over the same period last year between January and February. And this is unusual because in the past, these figures, we don't be talking about first quarter or 4 months' time. And so, if you see police having deployed, becoming very reactive, looking out, arresting and putting people before court, we expect the media to support us as we have churned out the figure. And we hope that when you do that, we will have a very safe, peaceful Easter holidays, knowing very well that most of our accidents normally also happen during weekends and holidays. And we're going to have a very long holiday from Friday morning to Tuesday morning. Therefore, all must support police to do our bit. We expect people who are using unregistered vehicle, among others, to commit these crimes.